I hope you're well. Welcome to my channel. So this is where I channel information about twin flame process. If anybody wants to get a personal reading, you can find out how to do that on my website, and the link to that is in the description box below. So today is 888 Lion's Gate, and today is a portal of full healing. So what's possible today is anything that the momentum of the twin flame process, when fully healed, can bring. So it can bring communication from your twin as the energy is in a healing moment. It can bring anything else that you've ever desired through in terms of new ways to make money, abundance, self-assurance. It's about a healed physical existence. So it's also portals to bring you what feels right for you in terms of your physical existence. So, anything that you want, really, whatever that is. So what we've got coming out here is the Four of Pentacles, which is the now moment. So that's today. And the Three of Cups, which is about celebrations and joy and happiness, and creating through that kind of energy. So really it's a day to celebrate, and it's a day to kind of just allow yourself to feel good and to put aside anything that would not have you feel good. So you might also notice breaking down in your modalities. So where it's the 3 8s, we've got the infinity, right, which is the infinite connection between twins, and that's the 8. And then we've got that in the emotions, and we've got that in the mentality, or through the ego, you might say. We've got it through the physical, and we've got it through the vibrational. So where this energy, the ebb and flow of the 8, goes in and out like that in an infinity sign, every time it crosses here, it hits and the energy crosses, it's you and your twin coming together at 0 point, which is where everything is cleared, which is where everything is cleared is where full healing occurs. So why today is so important is because it's the 3 8s, and that means that there are 3 opportunities, 3, for hitting 0 point, which is the now moment, where nothing obscures the now moment. So when you don't feel good, it's because you're looking back at the past and you're remembering a time when you existed in physicality, whenever that was, when you were connected to your twin. And it's not just about your twin, it's about everything that was in that time around when you knew your twin before you went into separation. And you look back at that as being the time that you were the happiest, or the time that you would like to repeat, or the time that you would like to go back to, where you tell yourself that everything was how it should be and everything felt good because you were around your twin. And when you don't feel good, it's because you feel like you should be back in that energy of that. Today is about being in the energy of the now with feeling good. We've got now and we've got feeling good. And we've got those 8s, right, emotionally, arriving at 0 point, fully healed. And we've got the mentality, 0 point, fully healed. So it's about where you're not going to be thinking about the past in the same way. You're going to be having a different viewpoint of the past, where you're going to be feeling about the past in a completely different way. When you don't feel a sadness or a grief or a loss about the past, it's a letting go. So we're not letting go today, we have let go. And today we'll feel like that doesn't matter anymore, like the past doesn't even affect us anymore, like it doesn't have a bearing on our now, basically. So we're going to be in the now moment, plenty of opportunities, because we've got 3 8s today, of being in the now moment where we are released from anything that would not have us feel good in that moment. And when you have got that aligned in 3 8s, you have got multiple opportunity for the twins to come into alignment at 0 point in that feeling good energy, which is fully healed Fully healed means feeling good, and feeling good from many different perspectives, from the emotions, from the mind, from the vibration. Physicality as well. In the twin flame process, the physicality is the last part of you to bear the resistance. So what happens as you go through the process is you're clearing resistance to being with your twin, clearing it through the emotions. So that is where you are feeling really strongly, because it ebbs and flows, right? So you go into feeling really strongly it's the right person the person you should be with. It feels so good to be with them. And it goes in and out of that. And then it feels bad because it doesn't work out the way that we'll move on to that in a minute. The way that you think it should. It does not look good on paper. Right, it's not a relationship that looks good on paper. So the feelings go in and out. And then you're together, right? And when you arrive together, and that's about the physicality, you feel good, right? So everything else goes. Any worries or fear, and that it doesn't look right or it doesn't fit right, it doesn't fit into the generalized square box idea of a relationship. No, because it's an ebb and flow of energy. But all that goes and you feel just good in that connection, which is a 0 point. So emotionally, you go through that process of clearing. And then mentality, so when you're thinking about them and they're thinking about you, and you go in and out again of the ego and not talking yourself in and out of this relationship, or what is not a relationship that you would like to be a relationship. And you go in and out of that self-discussion around this person. Oh, I want them. Oh, I don't want them. Oh, I want them. I don't want them, right? And they're doing the same thing. And then occasionally you arrive at a different viewpoint, which is completely cleared. So today we've got an opportunity, because we're arriving at a 0 point emotionally, a 0 point mentally. Physicality, so the resistance we were saying. So the resistance is when you're not in 0 point. So you're fighting against it in your ego, or you're fighting against it emotionally, or you're feeling sad in your emotions, even like feeling lackluster emotionally, not feeling good emotionally, right? And not thinking clearly, thinking wise, being in the fight in the ego. All that is resistance. And then the resistance shows up in the physicality as well, because when the resistance is in the emotions and it's ebb and flowing, and the resistance is in the mentality and it's ebb and flowing, how you create your physical reality comes through your emotions and your mentality. So that resistance shows up in your physicality as aches and pains, as hives, as acne, as ingrown toenails, as headaches, as migraines, as itchy sore eyes, as itchy ears, anything, right? It's generally minor complaints, because it's not due to major discrepancies vibrationally. It's due to twin flame process, and twin flame process has a route forward in an energetic manner that requires the clearing of all resistance. So it's only minor physical expressions of the resistance that will come through because of twin flame process. Irritating, yes, because the resistance itself is an irritation of a vibration that has not manifested into its ideal form yet. So as the twin flame process, as you move through it and you clear through the resistance, the last thing to go is in the physicality. So today you might still notice in your physicality resistance coming through, like lower backache, or as something clears. Very often things clear through the lower back and through the front of the lower body, through the sexual chakra, the lower sexual chakra, and through the lower back area where you hold on to your ancestry and heritage. So things leave through there. So you might notice pains, aches and pains coming up through the lower back today. Any also resurgence of, they're saying digestive troubles. There's a lot of hanging on to water in the twin flame process. As you clear, it's like your body fills up with liquid, with water, hangs on to water. Somehow it's enabling it to clear things, because it kind of holds it It holds it in a state of abundance despite the fact you're clearing it. I don't quite understand how it happens, but that's what they say, is that your cells fill up with water so that you can clear this stuff without it really strongly affecting your physical body in terms of like major ailments, and that it just then shows up in these minor things. So bloating, water retention, you might just find that you let go of a flood of liquid somehow today. You know, like of a really long wee or something like that. Sorry to be so specific, but because the water's going to be let go of. So there is a letting go coming today, but it's not in terms of crying. It's in terms of just like a, you know, when the waters break. So it's more something like that that's going to come along. And through the physicality, by the end of this portal, you'll feel a lot better, they're saying. So we've got a portal going on today, actually probably from yesterday, till the 10th, is what they're telling me, the 10th of August, which is the portal of possibility of what can come through the clearness, or the clarity, if you like, of this healing process. That's the twin flame process. So vibrationally, we haven't spoken about vibrationally, so really that is just it's like the overlord of the other three. So there's really only the three: the emotions, the mentality, and the physicality, that have a bearing on the how you would notice it really from a physical perspective. So in your human perspective, it's made up from those three. The vibrational perspective is like the overseer of the process. It's your higher self, so it doesn't really come into it in the same way, because it's always in a state of let go. Higher self, it's just a place that you are, it's source, you know, it's like the sun. It's like you're arriving at that place where you're in a state of no resistance whatsoever, always. So the vibrational 8, the connection in the vibration, is always circulating in and out of 0 point, due to the fact that you are now human, and your mentality and your emotions, and in correspondence to that your physicality, but not because of, just in correspondence to your physicality, is going through the ebb and flow and clearing what is in resistance in the two modalities, the emotions and the mentality, right? Where you feel it through your physicality because you're human and you're physical, but the vibration is not part of it because it's like the overlock of it, right? And it's the holding everything in place. But how it feeds back into the vibration is that these are what tell the vibrational connection of the twins, the shared vibration, what is ready for reunion. So how you know you're ready for your reunion is through how your mind is, your emotions is, and how your physicality is. So if you notice through these next 3 days, 888, your state of emotions being cleared, i.e. that means that you are not in any way connected to your past that would harm your present. So that's not in a doing way, it's in a way that you would not feel anything is wrong in the present moment, because nothing about the past matters anymore. So when everything's thoroughly let go of, i.e. thoroughly healed in the emotions, there is no correspondence at all in the present of what has happened before. So it's not a coming to terms with it. We're not talking about a continuing coming to terms, which goes on through the mentality. It's just a not mattering. So, and it's thoroughly cleared. So we've got that going on. So you might notice that either you woke up this morning, or perhaps it happened yesterday, or we've got 3 days, so it could happen at any time, that you go through in those 3 days, that you go through some brief reminisce of your past condition, your past human condition, and you revisit what you have come to terms with, and you notice in your emotional self that you no longer need to come to terms with anything. So you might just revisit briefly, and it will be very briefly, and just notice that you no longer have to thrash around in your ego to come to terms with your past. Or to the other one, so that's the emotions. Your mind, the ego is at rest, they're saying. So it's an ebb and flow, right? So we're not saying the whole of the 3 days it's going to be at rest. Possibly, but it's an ebb and flow, right, of the 8. It's more likely to occur in a passing through a 0 point of your ego being at rest. Maybe more than once, maybe, frequently throughout the day, just in a way of a letting go of how you fight against the what is. So when the emotions aren't at rest in a 0 point, the ego fights against your present moment. So your mind tries to escape the present moment. So it tries to get away from 0 point. It will not rest in peace at 0 point. It will try and either want the past back and say that was when you were happiest and you want to go back there, or it wants to get away into the future to a new existence where it can be happier, but it will not rest in the present. But what we've got here going on these 3 days that are coming along is the mind and the emotions being at rest at 0 point, and that's in both twins. And it's a portal of calm. So there's going to be like either you're going to feel it for the whole thing. It's abundance, they're saying. 888 is abundance because it's fully healed. So you might feel it in a state of abundance, like coming along as a complete calm for the whole 3 days. Or it might just be switching on and off. Some of you that got daily requirements that require you be more engaged in the matter, either in the subject of the matter, so with your mind, or in the emotions of the matter, like if you've got families and you've got responsibilities and stuff like that. So that can bring you into ego. If you've got a job, that can bring you into ego. So some of you might just notice it in a periodic, like maybe you walk down the hallway away from where you're working and you notice a sense of calm coming over you where you're not bothered about what just happened just then in that room that you came out of, in a way that you might have been bothered about it before at some point, and you're not fighting against it. You're just like, oh well, whatever. It's very much that kind of energy. Fully healed is very much oh well, it doesn't matter. And it's not an organ, it's not an engineered through your ego. It doesn't matter. It's not a fight. It's a doesn't matter that comes in organically through the twin flame process, it's from emotions to mind. Emotions healed, so therefore it has to be no fight in the ego. It comes along like that. 8 emotions, 8 mind, 8 physicality. And then as you notice the resistance going through the twin flame process through your emotions, no resistance there because you're not fighting against anything. You're not feeling anything should be different. You're not remembering a happier time and it mattering anymore. Matter with a matter. Material, right? It's not material anymore. You don't need it physically anymore because that's what it's all about, right? You don't need it physically anymore. It's all the feeling has, you had it. You knew it was there once. It mattered. It mattered at the time, but it doesn't matter anymore. It's it's like a one size fits all. It's like anything could be happening right now and everything would be okay. Anything at all and everything would be okay. You see the 8 in that. Anything at all and everything would be okay. Right? It's just an ebb and flow of everything being okay and nothing mattering. Emotions to mentality means there can be no fight in the ego if everything's all right in the emotions. And then physicality, where you're still going to maybe notice things leaving through your cellular body. So aches and pains, the letting go of what you've been hanging on to through the waters breaking and, leaving your body. And then we've got the vibrationality, right? So as the resistance leaves through these 3 8s and the resistance clears, it means that in the vibration where the twins, the guidance, the vibration is the guidance, like the Page of Wands. So this is a guided process. So you come into physical form to clear through your emotions, your mind, coincidentally, because of that, through your physicality, because you're physical. And so you come to clear that, and it's guided. So nothing is ever needing to be healed in the vibration. It is just that. As it clears through the physicality, which contains your emotions and your mentality, the vibration is in acknowledgement of that, right? So the guidance that is clear, that comes through vibrational self, where there is no emotionality and no mentality and no physicality, so everything is always clear, has the ability to run in a smooth line without any interference from any resistance coming from your humanity, right? Which means that anything is possible. So that's just how it is. This 3 8s means that anything, emotions, mentality, physicality, 3 8s, 3 days, 8, 9, 10, and anything can happen because the vibration is not picking up. We're not going to say clear because it's always cleared. It's just not picking up any resistance from who you are in your physical state of being. Calm is the name of the game, not to be calm, but just to sense the calm that is the calm that you are. Because calm is what is coming about this 3 days. There's something on the horizon. You might feel everything go quiet, everything goes still. Letting go has receded, right? So that's why it's not about crying. There's not going to be tears. There's no burden to bear, they're saying. It's all been siphoned off, they just said. So siphoned off, like you've let go of it all. Let's get some more out. Cards. Right. So next 3 days of a portal of possibility due to full healing and a shared viewpoint, they're saying. So viewpoint is ego, a shared viewpoint. So we're coming back then to mentality. Resounding success in the mentality, they're saying. Let's have a look. Oh, look, 3 again, 3 of Wands, 3 on the horizon. So that's the next 3 days, something on its way. World, completion, and something coming back round again. I'll just show you them in case you can't see them properly. 3 of Wands, something on the horizon. The world, something complete, and that's fully healed, and coming back in again through that full healing. And also 0, you can see the 0 in there, right? 0 point. So it's arriving at the center of the 8. 0 point, calm. Love comes from love, 8 of Cups, 8. Love comes from love, coming back again. So the feeling of calm at the center of the 8, the resounding success, they're saying, is the feeling that's coming through this portal of healing, where love comes from love. Because love is just feeling all right. Love is just not feeling anything. Love is feeling nothing is wrong. It's just calm. Simple. It's not it's not voodoo. It's just feeling calm. Page of Pentacles, and we've got form showing up, brand new form. Nine of Pentacles, which is the feminine in her state of abundance, in her physicality. So this is just having everything at your fingertips, ready to go, they're saying. So you might notice that you are at the end of your road. You might have done all the decorating. You might have started your new job. You might have sold off everything that you no longer used and got rid of the cupboards full of stuff that was blocking your way. You might have set yourself free in so many ways that you can't even remember. You might have arrived at a state of where you are materializing in abundance anything that matches up to what is a satisfactory sense of well-being. So that's right at the heart of the matter. Feminine. The Lovers, divine love. So it's a portal. Remember, it's not a person until the portal has brought the person forth, basically. So we're just in a portal right now of what can be brought along through your own sense of self-satisfaction here. And then we've got dark to light, Temperance. So love comes from love in the Eight of Cups. So feeling good brings more feeling good, you could say. It's an existential matter. So there is no grip with this card, Eight of Cups. There is no feeling of needing or requiring or having to have anything that would make you feel better. It's just that you feel so good without anything to really be giving you that feeling of feeling good. It's the feeling good without brings more feeling good that you could feel good about. So it's existential, right? It's outside of self. It's not a woe is me or a, I can't be happy without that. There's a let go, but it's a let go that's happened, not a let go that's going to happen. In terms of that, self-satisfaction, satisfactory, satisfied in your power, in your physical life, which just means being happy that you're alive, no matter what's going on. Again, it's coming back to that Eight of all is all right no matter what. There's nowhere to go in that Eight, all is all right no matter what. Because it's not saying, oh, it's going to be all right if this happens, or it's going to be all right if that happens, or I'm going to feel all right if this changes, or I'm going to feel all right if that changes, which is all out of 0 point. When you're in 0 point, what circulates in the Eight that's fully healed is it's all right no matter what. Nothing matters, matter materializes through a sense of well-being. Right? When nothing matters, matter materializes through the sense of well-being when nothing matters. So that's what we got there. And then dark to light in Temperance. So what's materializing? And she's all material and he's form, and that's love. The dark to the light is the twin flame process through the clearing. So through the arrival in the feel good from where you were, which was holding you down in a state of not feeling good, where you felt you didn't have what you needed to allow you to think that you could not feel good. It's cleared. The sun, good, complete in the world, and the sun and good. And of course the sun corresponds to the Son of God. And the Son of God is the masculine made manifest. So we've got that there. Also number 3. And then let's go here. What we've got here. King of Swords, communicate, they just said. So we've got incoming, 3 of Wands on the horizon, which is energetic. So remember, in the vibration, nothing ever is wrong. It's just a process that's clearing through motions, emotions, and motions, dark to light, physicality of the feminine, communication from the masculine. So it's the masculine that communicates at the point of renewal, not the feminine. The feminine doesn't go out of her point of attraction. There's no doing in the feminine. It's just owning in the feminine. She owns the world. The sun comes forward. The masculine rises. The sun rises. Rebirth. The sun rises. And form takes shape of the divine love. Underneath, masculine made manifest, the emperor. These two, you know, if you've listened to me before, what they told me years ago. They showed me her. They said, when you are her, the emperor returns. So that's the two coming together, basically. That's what we got right in the heart of the matter. 4 manifested into form. So she's a 9, right? And she's form, and she's almost complete. That's the end of her road. She can't go any further. She's cleared everything for herself and for him. She's number 9. A 10 is the end. He's the end of the path, made manifest. 4, he's the last position to move into place. On the board of the game, the twin flame process, her or him, the masculine made manifest. The divine lovers reunited. And again, we've got these 3 days, a portal of celebrations. Nobody's saying go out and celebrate. It just is. It just is. You might feel like you want to, I guess, like you want to like throw caution to the wind and oh, that's so weird. I was just going to say swing your knickers in the air, you know, dance naked in the street. And then I remember I was coming back from a walk the other day with my dog and I saw a pair of ladies' thongs, underpants on the walk. I was like, oh, someone's had a good time. Anyway, so, but there you go. Maybe that was a sign. Obviously. Let's go in the middle. 9 of Pentacles. And again, end of the mental torment. End of process, end of process. This is the end of the ego, so this is the end of the masculine, how it arised in the feminine. So there's no more thrashing around in that masculine energy for the masculine. Feminine clears, comes into position, and then clears the masculine through to their end process, because they finishes them off. Emperor, and again we're getting the knicker analogy, right, anyway. So Emperor, physical feminine, again into the physical, made form for the feminine. Let's just quickly go one more on all of these before we get out of here. Let's have a look. 3 of Wands, viewpoint, Queen of Swords. So it's matching up to the King of Swords there through the direct route of the ending of the mentality. So it's arriving at, this is arriving in the 3 of Wands, a viewpoint. So how you notice it in your physical format from where you stand in your physical existence is that you no longer feel anything that's debilitating anymore. You have a completely different perspective on life, where you are in a state of abundance and you feel that everything is all right no matter what. Nothing can go wrong no matter what. No worry, no fear. When the feminine is in a state where she feels that and senses it and totally acknowledges it and knows it, and that is the most profound and expansive point of view that she has arrived at, and she feels that that is just expanding inside of her to a point of no return, right? That will not go out again. You will not go out into ego again, where you feel let down, abused, let go of, disenchanted, disenfranchised, where you no longer feel that you will ever go out into that again. The masculine is in that state of being as well. It's a completely different point of view. It's the point of view of I could do anything. which is the Emperor. Emperor marches on countries. The Emperor can do anything he wants. He knows, well, in his mind, he's always right. In his existence, he is the superpower. He will take charge of the world. He's going to have what he wants. He's going to do what he wants. He's going to take what he wants. He's going to own what he wants. He's the counterpart to the Nine of Pentacles woman. So that's how the masculine feels coming back. King of Swords, heartbreak. Coming back from heartbreak, from what wounded. So ultimate mastery, number 4, over what wounded. The 3 again. 8 of Cups. Love comes from love. And the Page of Cups, which is coming back again. Messages. Steps forward. Meetings, they just said. Temperance, maybe you bump into them. I don't know. Maybe because the energy's right, you'll bump into them. Dark to light, Empress, rebirth. So it's reborn once it's in the light, you see, and everything is cleared, which it is at the 888. Lion's Gate, fully healed. The World, message, Page of Swords. And they were singing songs to me this morning when I went out. Started by singing 888, Lion's Gate, fully healed. And then they went on to singing a little text, a little text, a little text. Page of Swords. So maybe people going to get texts over this 3-day period. Text from twins, they just said. The sun. And we've got destiny. The sun coming in. The sun rising. The masculine coming back. Destined. And this is the buoyance of the feel-good as well. Coming back in a state of full well-being. Form, Page of Pentacles, and in the vibration. So the form that's taking shape, because the vibration is not detecting any resistance in the emotions, the mentality, or the physicality. Doesn't matter about the physicality, forget that. The emotions and the mentality, but just by correspondence it shows up in the physicality. It doesn't really matter. That wouldn't stop it coming back. The mentality and the emotionality is what clears, right? And the vibration detects it's cleared, and then the form shows up differently. So instead of aches and pains in your physical body showing up, you get reunion showing up. You get the matter of fact showing up, right? The Lovers and 10 of Wands, ending, right? So like we're saying, ending energetically. This is so the lower back down here, right? And all this carried on the back. This is what you're going to feel going out of your body, the energy ending through your sexual, your not Svadhisthana, not so much the lower belly, a little bit lower belly, lower back, genitals region, through there. Could be aches and pains, feels like something's coming through. It's birth, you see. So it's going to feel like that. It's going to feel like something's dropping out. Okay? And this is also, just to say, the 3 of Swords, creation through pain, the pain of birth. And it's from the feminine in the Queen to the masculine in the King. So as it drops through you, as the process, which is here in the vibration, that brings the form, when the vibration is free of the resistance and ends, and you feel it through the ending in the vibration, you feel it in your physical body coming out. So physicality, she came out there on the Emperor. She feels him coming through her physicality. So it's a beautiful thing, really, that's going on in this portal of reunion that we got going on. Full healing and reunion. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. Lots of love. Take care. And fly free. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.